This episode of TechnoBuffalo is brought to you by Thrillist. On this episode of Ask the Buffalo, we are covering everything from the wide world of technology. We'll be talking about Windows 8, which is now in developers' eager hands. We're going to talk about video games, we're going to talk Apple, we're going to talk Android, and we're even going to talk some WebOS. If you want to ask questions, you can do it in one of two ways. You can either go to the website on Tuesday, which is technobuffalo.com, leave your comments down below, and that's you leaving your comments, not me playing a phantom keyboard. Or you can go out to Twitter and use the hashtag AskTheBee and send your question to @TechnoBuffalo, and I will see it, and I will read it, and perhaps I will answer it on camera. We are going to talk about a ton of technology today. Let's go ahead and get started. So our first question has to do with the just sort of pre-beta released Windows 8, and it comes from user Ali Rifal, who asks, "Hey John, do you think Windows 8 will work on non-touchscreen PCs?" And the answer is yes, absolutely. So most of what we've seen on Windows 8, a lot of the press has been the Metro UI sort of skin that sits on top of Windows 8. If you're not familiar with Metro UI, or maybe you heard it in the background, it's not a UI that uses a lot of gel and wears skin-tight jeans and has fashion sense. It is the term given to the user interface Microsoft uses in Windows Phone 7. That grid of tiles, or live tiles as Microsoft likes to call them, is being adopted across a lot of Microsoft platforms. We're going to see it on Xbox, now we're seeing it on Windows 8. However, living below that skin is pretty much regular Windows that we've seen with Windows 7. There are obviously some tweaks in there. You've got a ribbon now in the Explorer and a lot of other subtleties, and some code tweaks that you might not notice readily or might not see to the end user. But below that is pretty much standard Windows that you can use with your mouse and keyboard. So if you're on a non-touchscreen PC, presumably that Metro UI skin won't be there, or you can navigate it with your mouse. So yes, that was a long answer to your question. Yes, it will work. Our next question comes from Shiva Singh, who asks, "When is the Bold 9900 going to be released for AT&T?" Well, AT&T, I am asking you the same question. When is the Bold 9900 going to be released? I'm using a 9900 on your HSPA Plus network, but it's Rogers branded. You have to get an unlocked unit if you want to use it on AT&T, unfortunately. AT&T hasn't said when they're going to release it, but they will be the first to tell you that, hey, we have released the Torch 2, the 9810, which I have behind me right here, is out and available, and it's exclusive to AT&T, is what they're going to tell you, because that's what they told me when I asked them about the 9900, which they've said they will carry. My presumed time frame is that we'll see it towards the end of October, early November, certainly before the holiday season is when we'll finally have a 9900 on AT&T's network. And that'll probably be suspiciously close to when we finally see QNX-powered BlackBerry devices finally get previewed. Our next question comes from Cman1494, who asks, "Are we going to be releasing a TechnoBuffalo app anytime soon?" The question is a good one. John Quach, do you have the answer? The answer is yes, we will be releasing a TechnoBuffalo app soon and releasing it across platforms. Unfortunately, that's all I can say right now, but we are in development of it, and hopefully I will be able to give you guys a release date and more information very shortly. Our next question comes from guest. "Would the HP Veer 4G be a good smartphone? Do you recommend it?" John Quach, do you recommend it? Nobody's going to recommend the Veer 4G as a phone. Not only is it running on hardware that HP is really no longer going to support, it is also on hardware that baby fingers couldn't use. The keyboard on that thing is minuscule, tiny. Don't use it. The screen is very small. It looks like a phone that even Zoolander wouldn't use. So no, despite how cheap, even if they're going to pay you to use it, do not pick up a Veer 4G. There are a ton of other free Android options available that are going to be great choices. iPhone 3GS you can pick up from AT&T for pretty much next to nothing. Go with anything but the Veer 4G. I want to take a quick minute to thank our friends and sponsors at Thrillist. What's Thrillist, you ask? You know that you got that one friend who hooks you up with cool new bands before anyone else ever heard of them? Junk Watch, do you have a friend like that?
Funny story, well actually.
Well, Thrillist is like that, but for cool new stuff to do and places to go. For example, want to know about a Star Wars burlesque show, and honestly, who doesn't? Can you imagine Jabba Hutt up there dancing on stage? Uta uta solo. That would be kind of fun. Or a beer garden that screens 80 flicks. You know, you can have a drink and you can watch some of the Brat Pack. Or a new restaurant, the Sushi Robot. I'm sure sushi chefs aren't happy that a robot might be replacing them, but if it exists, why wouldn't you want to know about it? Then sign up for Thrillist. It's a free daily email that sifts through all the crap to find the best new bars, restaurants, events, and services. Whatever it is, they promise it won't suck. Hit up Thrillist.com/Buffalo and you'll start getting Thrillist sweet, sweet knowledge right away into your mind hole, which is awesome, and that's Thrillist, THRILLIST.com/Buffalo. That way. /Buffalo. Put a /Buffalo in there and go ahead and get started. Our last question comes from a name that I can't pronounce. It comes from this guy. It says, what's the best budget tablet out there? And the best budget tablet out there is pretty damn powerful. Try and find an HP touchpad. They had a fire sale at 99 bucks and they flew off the shelves. You can still get some for a little bit more on Craigslist or eBay, $150 to $200. You are still getting an awesome tablet. Some might say one of the best tablets out there. You're gonna get one of the best flash experiences on a mobile browser. You're getting all that dual core goodness. You're getting an awesome user interface on a much bigger screen than, say, the HP Veer 4G. It's an awesome tablet. It was actually one of my favorite devices that I've reviewed this year. So try and find an HP touchpad out there. If you can't find one, there are a ton of other Android options. Actually, if you go to your local drugstore, I know that sounds weird, chances are they sell Android tablets. Or even you go to your local camera store, they'll sell an Android tablet, probably running Froyo. Maybe if you're lucky, you'll have some gingerbread on there. But it's Android on a big screen. There are a lot of import sites that sell very cheap Android tablets. Go ahead and try and find the best one for you. Hope you guys enjoyed this very eclectic Ask the Buffalo. I am your host, John Rettinger, and I am using a new boom mic. So boom! Put my phone on vibrate so it don't ring, because nobody likes that action. Alright, let's do it.